So here I'm going to show you the Elemental Aspirations questionnaire, and we'll follow through looking at how this looks once the questionnaire has been completed and the students viewing their results. You have a specific code for Elemental Aspirations, and fill in the details, click Submit, and into the questionnaire. There are a total of 72 questions if the student responds positively, going down to 49 if they respond very negatively, and a range in between. I'll explain how that works a little bit later. For now, I'm just going to quickly click through here, and I'll point out that at the moment we have a green bar, and just below that is a stem which says I would like to. And what's popped up in the yellow bar is a comment that the system has picked up there's not much variation in scores. There's also pop-ups if people are particularly negative, saying you should be more positive, etc. When you see your little wheel popping up and spinning, as you have there, what's happening behind the scenes is the system is working out the correct routing through the next questions. The reality is that at every button press, the response to that question is sent to the Moresby servers. And just as we get to this point, keep your eye on that I would like to black writing. And it converts to I would be prepared to, which is a different style of questioning. And then it goes to I will have the talent and would like to. So I could and would like to do something. And this is around specific specialist interests and strengths. At the end, the system will close out the student, and what I'm now going to do is go in as the advisor, and we'll have a look at how that information presents itself. So what I've now done is I've logged into Moresby Manager, and we're looking at the CA, the Enterprise Centre. Your school will be listed in here, and I've separated out the students who are completing this Elemental Aspirations questionnaire into a separate group. We can see this is the last one we just did. You could do things like change the year group if the automatic allocation is wrong, and if students have forgotten their password, or more usually their username, and can't recover it, you can create a recovery code for them here. You can access PDFs of the student candidate report and also an advisor summary here, and you can go in as the individual. When you go in as the individual, this is typically what you do during a feedback, and you can do most things, but you can't recomplete assessments. In this situation, there is a lock saying that the results are locked. If you remember when we went through the questionnaire at the end, there was a message and you had to log out. To unlock that, you click on the individual's name, and you can do multiples. Or you could click on name and select everybody. In this case, I'm just going to choose the one, and down the bottom I can release their results. This means when the students log in, they'll be able to see their results, and their results look like this. So I've been super positive, so everything's high, including these specialist interests. From the length of the line, you say the level of expressed interest. You can go into the detail behind that from a world of work, so not surprisingly these are all the same size, but if one was bigger you'd be able to spot more easily. And the student can retake the questionnaire. If I click on this as the advisor, you're told you can't, so only the student can do that. From the interest questionnaire, you can also access information on work style, workplace, and if the questionnaires have been completed, information on personality and work values or priorities. Now, if you do the personality questionnaire, that's added to the interest data in the PDF report, but the priorities stand separate. If I go back to Manager, one thing we'll notice is that we click on the Advisor summary. So what we see here is the bar charts, career suggestions and customised careers. Now the students don't see these, and the idea behind these is that this is meant to help the careers advisor get a start in terms of what actually the interests are. So what does a strong interest in advice but a low interest in numerical and a high interest in practical, what might that mean? So Moresby's taken a bit of your thinking out of that for you and given you suggestions. The customised careers take the standard careers and apply a couple of parameters to them. One is that the level has been set as VCAL Foundation Cert 1. That was a DET recommendation from their research, and apprenticeships have been put on as a boost. So we're prioritising things which have apprenticeships or traineeships. In fact, we just don't have enough space to put traineeships at the end, but apprenticeships and traineeships are treated equally in the system. And there's also information on senior secondary subjects and study areas post-18. As I say, students don't see that, but it's for you in terms of preparing. You can download candidate reports from here. End of module.